Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Triambakaya Tripurantakaya Trikagnikalaya Kalagni Rudraya Neelakanthaya Mrityunjayaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Shriman Mahadevaya Namaha. Hari Om, salutations to all. Today is the last Shraavan Somvar of this year, the fifth one. So different sadhanas we have done. Today is the Dhyan sadhana. Shivji is the presiding deity of Dhyan. And Shivji itself is the state also that has to be reached through Dhyan. He is the goal also, he is the means also. Shiva means auspiciousness, pure consciousness. And that is the state that we have to discover. In the Upanishads, in the Madhukya Upanishad, it is said, Shantam Shivam Advaitam Chaturtham Manyante Sa Atma Savigneyaha. Shantam, who is most peaceful, not just peaceful in mind, but who abides in the nature as peace, absolute peace, not the peace which is opposite of disturbance. That is at the state of the mind, whose mind also is peaceful, and one who has transcended the mind and who experiences the supreme peace of the self. Shantam. Shivam, most auspicious. Everything else is enlivened by this Shiva Tattva. If the Shiva Tattva is not there, it can't exist. That which lends existence, auspiciousness to everything is Shiva. Shantam, Shivam, Advaitam. He is not just the form. He is that supreme, non-dual, infinite consciousness. Chaturtham Manyante. And where is he to be discovered? As our own fourth state of consciousness, beyond waking dream deep sleep, or as the substratum of waking dream deep sleep. Chaturtham. Chaturtha is only with reference to three, otherwise it is not fourth. It is beyond any counting. Even when these three are there, consciousness exists. Even when these three are absent, consciousness exists. It's like the silence. Silence is not when all the sound becomes quiet. Even during sound, silence exists. Before sound, silence exists. During sound, silence exists. After sound, silence exists. Same way, before waking dream deep sleep, Atma is there. The Shiva Tattva, Advaita Tattva is there. Consciousness. During the waking dream sleep, during the waking dream and deep sleep, this consciousness is there. Even when one transcends it, this is there. So it is Chaturtha only with reference to the three, because these three we know. Shantam, Shivam, Advaitam, Chaturtham, Manyante. And Sa Atma, that is your own true self, is what the Upanishad says. We think of ourselves, Atma means I. The word Atma means I, Aham. So we think of ourselves as this body, mind, intellect. So I am tall, I am handsome, I am dark, I am young, I am happy, I am sad, I am successful. All these are the adjectives of the body, mind, intellect. The I in all of them is common. That I is the Atma. And that I in me is the I in everything. That has to be known. Savigneyaha. So all sadhanas, what we have done over the last 4 Mondays, and today happens to be the last day of the Shraavan month also. We have been doing Shiva sadhanas whole month. All the sadhanas are to lead to this realization of my true nature. Who am I? I am one with that Shiva Tattva. Now this state is Shiva. And how to reach that state? The dhyan or the contemplation that Bhagwan Shiva does is the very means. So that's why Shivji is the goal and he is the means also. When he sits quietly in deep contemplation, having withdrawn the attention from everything outside, withdrawn from the body, breath, mind, intellect, abiding as the Atma. Generally, we meditate on some support or a symbol to quieten the mind. That is called upasana. But nididhyasana is to withdraw the mind from everything which I am not and to assert who I am so that I can abide in that state, what we just saw. Sa atma sa vigneyaha. So when Bhagwan is sitting quietly in dhyan, what is he meditating on? He is not meditating on someone else or something else. He is reveling in the state of that Atma as the pure consciousness. And he is indicating to us what is the method. The method is close the senses, quieten the mind, withdraw. Transcend this identification of body, mind, and intellect. You know, Gurudev, he told one reporter. A reporter was asking a question to Gurudev. Some of you may have known about this, about any message that Gurudev wants to give. The final, the last part of the interview, any message you want to give to the audience. Listen to what message Gurudev gave.
Anything else you want to tell me?
I think I have nothing to tell. Keep quiet. Only the spiritual truth is shut up and get out. I'm not insulting you. Shut up in your mind, not in your mouth. Next thought need not come. And get out of this misconception that you are a body. You're something more than a body. You're not a body. You're all-pervading, eternal essence, the self, the consciousness, the life in you. The life in you is the life everywhere. Discover your identity with God, the one life everywhere. And that cannot be done until you shut up. So then, all that I can tell you is shut up and get out. Thank you.
Thank you.
So that's the message. Shut up and get out. That's what Shivji is doing. He has shut up his senses, got out of his mind. That's it. Dhyan is that. It is not to develop concentration or reduce the BP or develop more harmony in relationships or improve one's efficiency. Those also are secondary benefits of dhyan. Who wants it, they can benefit from that. For a spiritual seeker, this is the goal. Identity with the supreme infinite consciousness. So how to do that? So the form of Shivji represents that. He's sitting for days on end, he is in that state, absorbed, withdrawn from body, mind, intellect, identification. No, Swami, that's very difficult to do. It's not difficult to do. When we are able to love something very deeply and we value that, then our mind and intellect fully gets absorbed in that. An artist forgets time, forgets hunger, forgets thirst, and is so absorbed in that painting because sense of identity is gone, is merged with that art that one is engaging in. Same way, body, mind, intellect, identification, when we deeply love the Supreme Lord or the infinite consciousness, and we really want to experience that, then we will withdraw the attention from BMI and absorb. That's why in the Gita, Bhagavan says, Mayeva mana adhatsva, Mayi buddhim niveshaya. In me alone, Mayi eva. For us today, it is not Mayi eva. It is Mayi api. In Bhagavan also, our mind is in the house, in the money, in the power, in the position, in some rasgulla, in some gulab jamun, some cake, and Shiva also. Mai api mana adhatsva. Bhagavan didn't say. He says, Mai eva mana adhatsva. In me alone. No, Swamiji, how can I not love other people? Love them as expressions of Bhagavan only, appearances of the Lord, or love them knowing very well that I am here to serve the Lord. He put me here. I am doing my duty towards the family, people around me. But my deepest connection is with the Supreme Lord. And I am one with that Bhagavan. That is the purpose I have come here to realize. Mayeva mana adhatsva. So all emotions, we may love people, but what is our source of love? Bhagavan is the source of love. He is the fountain of love in our own heart. And we are begging people outside, love me, love me, love me. Mayeva mana adhatsva. When we go to the source, we experience such unconditional love that flows in our heart. Even if we give so much to the world, it still doesn't end. And in the world, when we keep begging how much ever people love us, we still feel, no, nobody loves me. They don't love me enough. They don't love me in the way I want. Bhagavan says, Mayeva mana adhatsva. Invest all your emotions in me alone. Mai buddhim niveshaya. Make me the goal of your life. In and through all the work that we are doing, these are goals in life. But what do I want to achieve? I want to experience Shiva Tattva. My work is a means to purify the mind. It is karma yoga sadhana. It is not taking me away from spirituality if I do it with this attitude. And it is not some selfish work that makes me bound more and more. Sorry. So, the bhav is this. The goal of my life is Bhagavan. And every minute I am moving towards that goal. It's not that at the end of life I will seek. In and through all I am doing right now, I am seeking the divine only. So emotions are invested in Bhagavan. Buddhi values Bhagavan the most. What we value, we will strive to achieve. We will derive our identity also from that. If I do both these, Mayeva mana adhatsva, Mayi buddhim niveshaya, then what will be the result? Nivasishyasi Mayeva. Bhagavan says, you will definitely be one with me. Ata urdhvam na sanchaya. There is no other doubt in this. I mean, that's a promise that Bhagavan has given. So we have to do what he said. He will keep his promise. So today in Dhyan, we will follow two steps. This Nirgun Nirakar Dhyan as the Shantam, Shivam, Advaitam is subtle. We will do that in the last part of the Dhyan, where we will use the most famous composition of Adi Shankaracharya ji, Nirvana Shatkam. Mano buddhi hankara chittani naham. So when our mind and intellect are withdrawn from the world, invested in the Supreme, then we detach from who we are not. So I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am not the memory, I am not the ego. These are only my equipments with which I can feel, I can think, I can remember, I can act. I am not the senses. Nacha shrotra jihve, nacha grana netre. These are senses through which I can perceive the world. Nacha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayu. I am not even the 5 elements with which this body is made or the world of objects are made. Then who am I? Chidananda Rupa Shivoham, Shivoham. I am that pure consciousness, existence, bliss, auspiciousness. 6 verses are there in that. Each verse, 3 lines of negation, 1 line of assertion. So when a mind has become quiet, with a quiet mind, we lift ourselves to that state that I am not this, I am pure consciousness. Now, how to make that mind quiet? To do this steady contemplation, that is the only method to realize the self. If somebody says, no, there's a path of devotion. Even in the path of devotion, Bhagavan blesses the devotee with the same buddhi yoga. In the 10th chapter, he says, Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. Those who are continuously remembering me, who are devoted to me, I bless them with this buddhi yoga, where they can contemplate steadily and realize I am their true self. So now how to do this steady contemplation? Mind must be quiet. How to make the mind quiet? We will do Sagun Sakar Roop Dhyan. So we will visualize the form of Bhagavan Shiva, chant the mantra Om Namah Shivaya, make the mind single pointed, invoke the bhava of Sharanagati. In the Kaivalya Upanishad, beautiful mantra is there. Uma Sahayam Parameshwaram Prabhum Trilochanam Neelakantham Prashantam Dhyatva Munirgacchati Bhutayonim Samasta Sakshim Tamasa Parastat. Uma Sahayam, one who is the consort of Uma, Mother Parvati. Parameshwaram, who is the Supreme Lord. Prabhum, Parameshwara, the Supreme Creator. Prabhum, the Supreme Lord. Trilochanam, who has 3 eyes. Neelakantham, who has blue neck. Prashantam, who is extremely peaceful. What will happen if one meditates on this form? Dhyatva munir gacchati bhutayonim. This muni, this seeker, will realize the source of the whole creation. Meaning we will realize oneness with the Supreme. And where is that source of the whole creation? Somewhere out there in Kailash, Bhagavan is sitting there? No. Samasta Sakshim, in the hearts of all the beings as the Sakshi, as the self, the witness. Beyond all darkness, Tamasa Parastat. Beyond all darkness, meaning whose nature is Jnana, who is not ever affected by ignorance. That Lord Shiva, we will meditate on the form and chant the mantra, invoke the grace of Bhagavan so that we can do steady contemplation and realize oneness with the Supreme. So that is what we are going to do today. Now, the form of Bhagavan also has a lot of symbolism. We will see as we do the dhyan. Mantra of Bhagavan, Om Namah Shivaya, is a Shadakshari mantra. Om Namah Shivaya, 6 alphabets. If we say only Namah Shivaya, that also is a mantra that is called Panchakshari mantra. If we add Om, it becomes Shadakshari mantra. Now we are going to chant that mantra also. So we should know the meaning of that mantra. Simple meaning is my prostrations to Lord Shiva. So I surrender to Lord Shiva. When we say surrender, it is not just prostrating at the physical level. It is emotions. It is to surrender our insistence and our ego. It is to live in a state of acceptance that whatever is the will of the Lord, let thy will be done. I accept life as it comes. Bhagavan knows the best. So I do my best, I leave the rest, I accept whatever Bhagavan gives me as prasad. So Om Namah Shivaya means surrender and acceptance. My salutations to Lord Shiva. I surrender to the Lord and accept everything as his prasad. Second meaning of Om Namah Shivaya also is the very alphabets Namah Shivaya, they represent 5 major acts of the Lord. What are the five major acts? Creation, sustenance, destruction, veiling, and grace. These are five major acts of the Lord. Panchakritya they are called. Five acts. So how do these represent? So Na represents this Srishti, the creation. Ma represents Sthiti, Nama. Shi represents Laya, destruction or Samhar. Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara. Va represents Tirodhana, to veil. We all are veiled as though by ignorance. So we are not able to see the experience the oneness with the divine. There's a veil of ignorance, of Maya. And the veil of the Maya can be removed only by Bhagwan. So the anugraha of Bhagwan is the most important, the grace factor. That is the last alphabet, Ya. So this grace of Bhagwan will remove this veil of avidya. And one will realize, oh, I and Bhagwan are one. There is no I actually, the Bhagwan alone is. In fact, there is no Bhagwan also. In Jiva is not there, Ishwar also is not there. Brahman alone is, there is nothing else. Today we are not experiencing that as though our mind is extrovert. Though it is in our own self as aham, 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 our mind has got carried away by so many other things. So on one hand, there is a veiling, we don't know who we are. On the other hand, the mind has gone out seeking happiness in the world. That is called tirodhan, veiling. That veiling includes the projection. This srishti, sthiti, samhara is a projection. And what is the grace? Grace is Bhagwan helps me to withdraw from this srishti, from this world, contemplate steadily and realize the truth. To do that, again, Namah Shivaya is a beautiful meaning. Namaha means the Jiva, the Jiva, I surrender. Shiva is the Lord. And Aya means the oneness. So when the Jiva surrenders to the Supreme Lord, Shiva, one will realize I and Shiva are one. So Namah Shivaya is also a Mahavakya. It is like Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi, it is a Mahavakya. So now when we chant Namah Shivaya, one can have any of these three bhavs. Either say, Bhagwan, I surrender to you, I accept whatever life is bringing to me as your prasad. Or say, pray that Bhagwan, you are the creator, sustainer, destroyer. What is impossible for you? There is a veil of Maya on me. That is also your play. I pray now for your grace. Please remove this veil. And third is to contemplate that I am not this body. I am this one with pure consciousness. So Namah Shivaya is a Mahavakya to say that I and Shiva are one. Any of these bhav one can have. So this is the basic understanding. Now we can enter into the various steps of dhyan. As I said, this will be systematic withdrawal from the world outside to the body, breath, mind, intellect, and beyond. So when we withdraw, using the mantra, etc., we will chant, make the mind quiet. Then we will play this nirvana shatkam. You will hear the chanting. Lift the mind to the meaning, the simple meaning it has. If we don't know the meaning of all the verses, doesn't matter. Focus on Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. I am that pure consciousness. I am not the body, mind, intellect. Right. So I'm going to keep one image of Lord Shiva on the screen. So anyone wants to visualize the form, you can do that. This form of Bhagwan is in our mandir at Pavai. So it's a Jagdishwar mandir. And Bhagwan is Karpura Gauram, is white in color. So that is the form that you will see here. So look at this form carefully. That this sadhana is called Tratak. From the feet up to the face, the head, the whole form of Bhagwan. Watch carefully. Notice the clothes that he is wearing, the position in which he is sitting, where his hands are, the garland around him. There are snakes on his arms. There's Rudrakshamala on the neck. There's a snake again around his neck. 2 Rudraksha earrings. Most serene, peaceful face. Long jata Bhagwan has. There is kumkum, which is applied on his forehead. There is the crescent moon on his jata. There is Gangaji flowing from his matted locks. And there's a beautiful Prabhavali around him, the golden Prabhavali which is behind him, and some flowers above it. So watch this carefully. And now when we close our eyes and relax the body, etc., then when we have to visualize, this is the form that must come in our mind. So sit erect. The head, the neck, and the spine in a straight line. Close your eyes gently. Relax your shoulders. Let your hands be in your lap or on your thighs or knees. Palms facing the sky. Relax your shoulders. Come to a comfortable posture. Without any strain in any part of the body. Invoke gratitude in your heart. Thank the Lord for all the blessings and the challenges that we have in our life today. Who we are, what we have, everything is the grace of Bhagwan. Thank the Lord for everything. The one who loves us unconditionally is the Supreme Lord. We may or may not have remembered the Lord, but the Lord has never forgotten us. So feel gratitude and thank the Lord sincerely. Know that the grace of the Lord is with you at all times. Remove any fear in the mind, any hesitation. These next few moments are the most blessed moments of our life when we remember our Supreme Creator, our true self, the Shiva Tattva. This is the first step, preparation and posture. Second step, auto-suggestion. First auto-suggestion, suggest to the mind that for the next 45 minutes, I am steady and still without any movements. For the next 45 minutes, I am steady and still without any movements. A still body is very important for a still mind. Lord Shiva sits motionless, very steady and still for a very long time. Second auto suggestion, I am alert, awake, and quiet. These are auto suggestions you have to tell your own mind and visualize. I am alert, awake, and quiet. Generally, when our mind is quiet, we go to sleep. We are training our mind to be quiet and yet be alert and not fall asleep. Third auto suggestion, for the next 45 minutes, I am primarily a seeker or a devotee. All other roles can wait. Our primary identity is I am a seeker or a devotee. The relationship with the Lord is the only permanent relationship. Every other relationship is only based on karma. For temporary relationships, may I not ignore the permanent relationship. So tell yourself that next 45 minutes is my private time with Bhagwan. I am a seeker or a devotee alone. When I come out of this meditation, then I am a devoted parent, a devoted spouse, a devoted friend. But right now, I am a devotee alone. These 3 steps will ensure that our body remains alert, our mind remains focused. Third step, present moment awareness. Be aware of the simple happenings around you. Non-judgmental awareness, where you only perceive what is happening around you. You don't think further about it. If you hear the vehicle passing by the road, just perceive the sound. No need to analyze which vehicle, what make, which color. It may be sounds around you, it may be the silence around you, the warmth or the chillness in the atmosphere, the feel of the chair or a sofa on which you are sitting, or the ground. Just be aware of the happenings around you. From the thoughts of the past and the future, we bring the mind into the present. By just being aware of the happenings around us. Fourth step, relaxation of the body. As I say the part of the body, pay attention to that part. Mentally feel or visualize that part as though a scan is being done from the head to the toes. Feel each and every part of the body. Be aware of your head, the hair on the head, be aware of your forehead, the face, the neck, front and back. Be aware of the chest, the stomach, the navel. Be aware of your back from the neck up to the base, your entire spinal column, the upper, middle, and the lower back. Be aware of the hips, both the thighs, the knees, calf muscles, the ankles, and the toes. Be aware of your entire left hand from the shoulder to the fingers. Be aware of your right hand from the shoulder to the fingers. We will relax the whole body at once. As I say inhale, feel that, take a deep breath and feel that your entire body is filled with energy and light. And as I say relax, exhale slowly, letting go of any strain in any part of the body. Let your breathing be slow, steady, and deep without any jerks. There is no hurry. Do it slowly, gently, and deeply. Exhale all the air. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Relax. Inhale. Relax. Continue at your own pace. When the body is relaxed, we are able to withdraw the attention of the mind from the body. Fifth step is deep breathing. Pay attention to your breath. Take every breath consciously. Inhalation and exhalation with full awareness. If you pay attention to the breath, you will realize that our breathing also is doing japa. When we take the breath in, as though the sound is she. And when we take the breath out, it is va. Shiva is in our breath also. So with each breath that you take, you are already saying Shiva. The sixth step is invocation. In the space between the two eyebrows or in your heart, Invoke the auspicious form of Lord Shiva that you had just seen before we began. If you like to invoke any other form, that is your choice. Any other form of Lord Shiva also you can invoke. Visualize a circle of blue light in the space between the two eyebrows or in your heart. And invoke the auspicious form of Lord Shiva in that circle of blue light. There's a beautiful shloka from Shiva Aparadha Kshamapana Stotram of Adi Shankaracharya ji. We will invoke the form with this shloka. Chandrodbhasita shekhare smarahare Gangadhare shankare Sarpairbhushita kantakarna vivare Netrotha Vaishvanare Dantitvakkrita Sundarambaradhare Trailokya Sare Hare Mokshartham Kuru Chitta Vrittimakhilam Anyaistu Kim Karmabhihi. Chandrodbhasita Shekhare, the one who has the crescent moon on his matted locks, the symbol of a steady mind in contemplation. There is no waxing or the waning in that mind. Smarahare, one who is the destroyer of Kamdev, who has mastered the mind, freed the mind from lust, Gangadhare, who is holding the Ganga in his matted locks, Shankare, he is the most auspicious and he brings auspiciousness to everyone. On the Jata is Mother Ganga, the crescent moon, the third eye, Netrotha Vaishvanare, is the eye of the fire on his forehead. That eye is closed. The other two eyes are the eyes of karma and compassion. Bhagavan gives us the karma phala with compassion. There is a gentle smile on his face, the smile of inner bliss. His neck is blue in color, symbolizing compassion for the world, where he took the poison to save the world. Sarpair bhushita kantha karna vivare. His neck, his ears, his arms are adorned with the snake. There is a garland around his neck. Bhagavan wears Rudraksha malas on his chest. He wears the skin of an elephant around his waist. Dantitvakrita sundarambaradhare. Mastery over the sense of touch. And all the other senses. He sits on a tiger skin, mastery over aggression. This is the most auspicious form. Bhagavan sitting in contemplation, in Padmasana. He is the very essence of the three worlds, Trailokya Sari. He is the destroyer of ignorance, attachments, sorrows. So he is called Hara. We pray to Bhagavan that may all our thoughts be directed towards the Supreme, towards the goal which is moksha. Mokshartham kuruchitta vrittim akhilam. Anyaistu kim karmabhihi. What else is the use of every other pursuit? May we remain focused on moksha in and through all our duties. So keep this form of Bhagavan Shiva in front of you. Feel that you are sitting in front of Bhagavan with folded hands, praying to the Lord. That, O Lord, I surrender to you. Please shower your grace upon me. So that the veiling of ignorance can be removed. May I accept everything as your will and do my best. We will chant the mantra Om Namah Shivaya. And with that, we make the mind single pointed and quiet, express our devotion and surrender to Bhagavan. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Continue mentally. Namah Shivaya is also a Mahavakya. Namaha is to surrender all our body identification. Shiva is the pure consciousness, and Aya represents our oneness with the Supreme Lord. With a quiet mind, we must contemplate on our true nature as Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. You will hear the chanting of this nirvana shatkam. Lift the mind to that state of Shiva as consciousness. Reject all the finite identities and know that I am Shiva alone as consciousness.
मनोबुद्ध्यहङ्कार चित्तानि नाहं न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायुः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं 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 सदा चिन्मयोऽहं सदा सच्चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं 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 सदा चिन्मयोऽहम् न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायुः न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशः न वाक्पाणिपादौ न चोपस्थपायो चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागौ न मे लोभमोहौ मदो नैव मेनैव मात्सरीयभावः न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्षः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थो न वेदा न यज्ञाः अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्ता चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे मृत्युशङ्का न मे जातिभेदः पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्यः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं सदा चिन्मयोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं सदा चिद्घनोऽहं सदा सच्चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम् अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपः विभुर्व्याप्य सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां सदा मे समत्वं न मुक्तिर्न बन्धः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं सदा चिन्मयोऽहं सदा सच्चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं 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 सदा चिद्घनोऽहं शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम् शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
Bhagavan Shiva is this pure consciousness who is our own Atma, who is the Sakshi in each of us. We are one with this pure consciousness. We are immortal because this consciousness is unborn, unchanging, undying. We are of the nature of absolute bliss. We don't have to beg for happiness. We are happiness. Uncaused happiness. Unending happiness. Just like the sun can never be covered by darkness, we are the consciousness which illumines everything. We can never become ignorant. Ignorance is in the mind. I am beyond the mind. Lord Shiva is the Adi Guru, and the presiding deity of meditation. With His grace, may we come to realize this unborn consciousness as our true self. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Mentally offer some flowers at the feet of Lord Shiva. Perform a pradakshina of Lord Shiva. Come to prostrate in front of Lord Shiva. Feel that the hand of Lord Shiva is on your head, and the grace of Bhagavan pervades your entire being. Be aware of your breath. Be aware of your body. Be aware of the happenings around you. We pray for the well-being of everyone. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Rub your palms gently, place them on the face, and open your eyes. So thank you everyone for joining us in all the 5 Mondays for the sadhanas. We will have the next set of sadhanas, which will be the Ganesh Utsav. Ganesh Chaturthi is coming up. So 5 days we will be celebrating, and I'm just sharing the details here. We have the Sthapana on the 10th in the morning from 9 to 10:30, where we have satsang as well as the Sthapana Puja. Then every evening from 10th up to 14th, 7:15 to 8 p.m. we will have satsang and then Aarti. And the last day, 14th, we will also have the Visarjan after that. So all of you are welcome to attend. The meeting details are given. If any of you want to become Yajman for the Aarti, for the Prasad, then you can contact the number given there and make your offerings. It will all go towards the projects of the Chinmaya Mission Mumbai. Sushilaji, you have a question? You are raising your hand. Okay. Mukesh bhai, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Swamiji, for a beautiful guided meditation and giving us a beautiful experience of Lord Shiva within us. Can we all have unmuting of our video so that we can have a sort of photograph?
Put your videos on. You did blissful meditation, then smile. If your meditation was painful, then you are like this. Otherwise, your blissful meditation, then smile.
Swamiji, would you be taking the click or I'll do
You
it?
can take.
Okay. Okay.
Done?
One set is done. There are few on the second page also. I'll just do it. Yeah. Please unmute, friends.
People are reveling in the state of bliss. They have not come down from Kailas. So don't worry. Whoever has come down will take picture with them.
Thank you, Swamiji.
All right. Thank you. Hari Om, everyone.
Thank you.